Most overwhelming days don't come from one big problem, but from too many small things piling up at the same time. You wake up already tired. Your space still feels messy. Even though you cleaned yesterday, your mind never truly slows down, and no matter how much you try to do better, nothing actually feels easier. In this video, I'm not sharing complicated routines or idealized solutions. I'm talking about very small habit shifts that directly change how your day feels, how your body responds, how your space supports you, and why that constant sense of being behind can slowly fade. These are things you can apply right away, even on busy, low-energy days. If life has been feeling heavier than it needs to lately, this video is a grounded place to start. I remember one time in the middle of a long, exhausting day, I felt like I was about to burn out. Work was never ending, and I was stuck in the whirlwind of daily life. By evening, when everything finally quieted down, I sat down and felt the weight of exhaustion overwhelming me. It felt like I was carrying a massive load, unable to release it. My body and mind were both tense, and I wondered, why can't I just deal with these emotions? Why am I so drained? Then I realized something important. I had been overlooking a simple way to help myself get rid of that feeling. I forgot that emotions aren't just thoughts in my head, but signals that my body is sending out too. When your body is exhausted, it doesn't just show up in tiredness or sore muscles. It also manifests in small actions you can take to immediately release that tension. Realization 1. Your body can help release emotions. You've probably heard about breathing exercises or yoga, but there's a simpler way I've tried, and it actually works, feeling your emotions through your body. I didn't need to sit in meditation or do complex movements. All I had to do was stand up, stretch, and take a few deep breaths. The act of stretching and moving helped release the built-up emotions throughout the day. Sometimes that's all it takes, a few moments of physical release, and I immediately felt lighter. For example, on particularly busy days when I felt drained, I would remind myself to stand up, stretch, and then take a short walk around the room. Right away, I felt better. My body had opened up, and I felt the stress lifting. It was like a mental reset. The body naturally releases tension, and I felt more at ease almost instantly. That small act of change was really all it took. After that, I felt ready to take on whatever came next. Realization 2. Tension buildup can make you feel more tired. Before, I always thought that to deal with exhaustion, I just needed more rest. But after trying to feel my emotions through my body, I realized that if I didn't release the built-up tension from the day, I would feel even more drained. When you sit still with your body tense and do nothing, you're holding on to stress without even realizing it. In reality, if you just let your body loosen up a little, you'll feel much better. A recent study even pointed out that loosening up your body and releasing emotions through movement can reduce stress and anxiety. Simple things like breathing deeply or changing your posture can make you feel fresher and more relaxed. Realization 3. Small changes can reduce stress. What I also realized is that the change doesn't need to be big. A little shift is enough to make a difference. Sometimes just standing up, changing your sitting position, or stretching can help relieve tension. These actions are so simple, and you can do them anywhere, anytime. And the best part is they're completely free. If you've ever felt like I did, drained, and not sure why you're always exhausted, let me reassure you, you're not lazy. You're just tired. We often forget that our bodies also need to relax and let go of stress. Don't let the tension build up day after day without releasing it. Try standing up, stretching, and feeling your body. You'll be amazed at how something so simple can help you feel more relaxed and comfortable. Give it a try, and you'll see that feeling your emotions through your body is a simple yet powerful way to release stress in your daily life. Your body knows how to release tension, and all you have to do is allow it to. Believe me, once you try it, you'll notice a big difference. Finally, you deserve to live in a space that makes you feel enough and at peace. Try implementing these small changes and feel the difference. If you want to continue optimizing your living space, don't miss tomorrow's video. We'll explore how to remove unnecessary items and make your space more organized and comfortable. Make sure to come back. I'll never forget this day I realized how much time I was wasting on my phone, and more importantly, how much it was draining my energy. It wasn't that I was mindlessly scrolling through social media for hours, but it was the constant pinging the notifications that I couldn't ignore, the endless to-do lists and messages that demanded my attention. And the worst part, I was spending so much of my time trying to get everything done, but never feeling like I was truly present in the moment. One afternoon, after another day of running errands, handling work, and being constantly interrupted by my phone, I felt like I had nothing left to give. I sat on the couch, phone in hand, and realized that I hadn't really been anywhere all day. I hadn't been with my kids. I hadn't been with my thoughts. I had been distracted. My phone was running my life, and I was letting it. That's when I decided to try something simple but incredibly powerful, putting my phone in another room. Realization 1. Reducing distractions creates space for the important things. At first it felt strange. I kept thinking, what if I miss an important call, or what if there's an emergency? But as soon as I got used to the idea, I realized how much calmer and more focused I felt. I could finally breathe. By physically distancing myself from the phone, I was able to create space for what truly mattered. I started to be more present with my kids, with my work, and most importantly, with myself. I no longer felt the constant pressure to respond to every notification immediately, which made me feel in control again. I found that my mind was clearer and I wasn't constantly checking my phone out of habit. When I put my phone away, I was able to focus more on the tasks at hand, even if it was just spending time with family or doing something for myself. Realization 2. It's not about avoiding technology, it's about setting boundaries. The real breakthrough came when I realized that it wasn't about avoiding my phone altogether. It wasn't about rejecting technology, it was about creating boundaries. By putting my phone in another room, I wasn't depriving myself of connection or information, I was simply controlling when and how I interacted with it. This boundary gave me more freedom, more mental space, and more time to focus on what was important. I also noticed something else when my phone was out of sight. I was much more mindful of how I spent my time. Whether I was working, resting, or with my family, I was able to engage fully in the moment instead of feeling like my attention was split in 100 different directions. Realization 3. Small habits lead to big changes. It was such a small change, yet it made such a huge difference in my life. Putting my phone in another room wasn't a grand gesture, but it was one of those small, impactful shifts that completely changed the way I approached my day. It reminded me that small habits, even ones as simple as this, can have a profound impact. The more I practiced this, the easier it became, and the more it improved my overall well-being. If you've ever felt overwhelmed by the constant buzzing of your phone, let me reassure you, you're not lazy or out of control. You're just tired. Phones are designed to demand our attention, but we have the power to set limits. Start by putting your phone in another room for just an hour a day and see how much lighter and more present you feel. It's a small shift, but it can make a big difference in the way you experience your day. Take a moment to try it, and you'll find that disconnecting, even if just for a little while, can give you back the space to be more connected to everything that truly matters. I used to think that silence was uncomfortable. In fact, it often made me anxious. My mind would start racing, thinking about all the things I should be doing, or all the things I hadn't gotten done yet. I avoided silence because I feared what I might have to face within myself, my thoughts, my emotions, everything that I usually pushed aside. But one day, I decided to give it a try. I felt like I couldn't keep going at the pace I was going. I was constantly running on empty, overwhelmed by the noise and distractions around me. So I took a few minutes to sit in complete silence. It felt awkward at first, just sitting there with nothing to do, no music, no podcast, no phone, just me and the quiet. I was expecting it to feel like an eternity, but after a while, something surprising happened. I started to feel calm. My mind, which had been buzzing with constant thoughts, began to quiet down. Realization 1. Silence can reset your mind. At first, I felt a bit uncomfortable, like I was wasting time. But then I realized that by sitting in silence, I was giving my mind a much-needed break. Silence gave me the opportunity to just be without the pressure of doing anything. After just a few minutes, my mind started to clear. The overwhelming thoughts that had been building up throughout the day were starting to dissipate. I felt lighter and more at ease. It was like pressing the reset button for my mind. The first few minutes may feel awkward, but over time, you begin to notice how much clarity and peace it brings. Sitting in silence helped me gain perspective on the things I was stressing over. It allowed me to distance myself from the noise of my everyday routine and focus on what really mattered. Realization 2. Silence brings you back to the present. I think we all get caught up in our day-to-day tasks. We rush through our work, constantly check our phones, multitask to the point where we're never truly present. Sitting in silence, even for a few minutes, forces you to stop. You can't rush it. You can't fill the space with distractions. It brings you back to the present moment in a way that nothing else does. It's easy to let our thoughts drift to past mistakes or future worries, but silence doesn't allow you to do that. It anchors you to the here and now. In those few minutes, I could hear my own breathing, I could feel the present moment, and for once, I wasn't trying to escape it. Realization 3. Silence is an act of self-care. At first, I thought of silence as something I could only afford if I had enough time. But I soon realized that silence is actually an act of self-care that doesn't require a lot of time at all. It doesn't require extra effort, just the willingness to pause. And when I started incorporating this into my daily routine, I found that it was one of the simplest, most effective ways to recharge. If you're like me, someone who's always going and feels like there's no time to slow down, you might be hesitant to try this. You might feel guilty for taking a break, thinking you should be doing something more productive. But trust me, silence isn't a waste of time. It's an investment in your mental and emotional well-being. If you've ever felt like you're running on empty or constantly stressed, let me reassure you, you're not lazy or unproductive. You're just overwhelmed. We all need time to reset and recharge, and silence is the perfect way to do that. It's simple, it's effective, and it's free. Take just a few minutes out of your day, whether in the morning, during lunch, or before bed, and sit in silence. You'll be amazed at how much it can change the way you feel. Give it a try and see for yourself. Just a few minutes of stillness can bring you back to a place of calm and clarity, and it'll make the rest of your day feel more manageable. There was a time when at the end of each day, I would lie in bed replaying all the things I hadn't done. I would think about the moments I didn't spend with my kids, the work I didn't finish, or the goals I didn't achieve. It was like a constant loop of guilt, and every time I closed my eyes, I felt like I wasn't enough. I kept telling myself, you should have done more. You didn't give your best today. And it felt like I was stuck in a never-ending cycle of self-criticism. One day after another long and tiring day, I realized how badly I was treating myself with these negative thoughts. I was so focused on what I didn't do that I completely overlooked all the things I did accomplish. That's when I decided to try something different. I started talking kindly to myself. Realization 1. We are our own biggest critics. It's so easy to fall into the habit of criticizing ourselves. We live in a world that constantly pushes us to do more, be more, and achieve more. But what I realized is that we are often our own harshest critics. We hold ourselves to impossible standards, forgetting that we're human. Instead of celebrating the things we did accomplish, we focus on what we didn't do, which only leaves us feeling worse. The first time I tried speaking kindly to myself, it felt strange. I said to myself, "You did a great job today. You gave your best, and that's enough." At first, it felt uncomfortable, even unnatural. But over time, something started to change. Instead of focusing on what I didn't do, I started to acknowledge the effort I had put in. This small shift in perspective made a huge difference in how I saw myself. I stopped blaming myself and started accepting that doing my best was enough. Realization 2. Positive self-talk leads to better emotional health. I quickly realized that talking kindly to myself wasn't just about feeling better in the moment. It was about building a healthier relationship with myself. By practicing positive self-talk, I noticed that my emotional health started to improve. The guilt and frustration I used to feel at the end of the day faded away. I was no longer stuck in a cycle of self-blame. Instead, I started feeling more confident, more at peace, and more accepting of my imperfections. Self-compassion has a powerful impact on our emotional well-being. When we treat ourselves with kindness, we give ourselves the space to grow, learn, and improve. I stopped seeing myself as a failure for not being perfect, and instead, I started seeing myself as someone who is doing their best just like everyone else. Realization 3. Small words of kindness can change your mindset. The most surprising thing for me was how quickly small words of kindness changed my mindset. It didn't take grand affirmations or elaborate mantras. All I had to do was acknowledge the effort I had made that day and give myself credit for it. By saying, "You did a great job today," or "You worked hard, and it's okay that not everything got done," I slowly started to feel more balanced and less burdened by guilt. The more I practiced this, the more I realized how much self-criticism I had been carrying around. It was draining me emotionally. But when I shifted my thoughts and began to be kinder to myself, I felt lighter, more capable, and ready to take on whatever came my way. If you've ever felt like you're not enough or like you're constantly falling short of your own expectations, let me reassure you. You're not lazy or incapable. You're just being too hard on yourself. We all have moments when we feel like we didn't do enough, but it's important to remember that doing our best is enough. Start by speaking kindly to yourself. Recognize your efforts even if the day didn't go as planned. If you're used to being your harshest critic, it may feel strange at first. But give it time. Start with small, gentle affirmations, and soon you'll see how powerful they are. Talking kindly to yourself isn't about ignoring areas of improvement, it's about acknowledging the effort and progress you're making every single day. Try it. The next time you feel like you didn't do enough, pause and tell yourself, "You're doing great. You're enough just as you are." It may feel small, but it will make a big difference in how you see yourself and how you move through your day. There was a time when my home felt like a constant mess. No matter how much I cleaned, it never seemed to stay tidy for long. After cooking dinner, the kitchen would be covered in dishes, and after my kids played, their toys were scattered everywhere. It was overwhelming, and I always felt like I was cleaning up after everyone, yet the mess never went away. I felt frustrated, like no matter how hard I tried, I was always cleaning but never seeing the results. One day, after yet another cleaning session that left me feeling drained, I had a realization I was making it harder on myself by not dealing with messes as soon as they happened. I was letting things pile up, and by the time I got around to cleaning them, it felt like an impossible task. That's when I decided to try a new approach, cleaning up right after using something. Realization 1. Small tasks are easier than big ones. At first, this felt like one more thing I had to remember to do. But soon I realized that cleaning up right after using something wasn't nearly as difficult as I thought. Instead of leaving dishes in the sink to deal with later, I started cleaning them right after meals. The same went for toys. Instead of letting them pile up, I made it a point to put them back after playtime. By breaking things down into smaller, more manageable tasks, I didn't feel overwhelmed. Cleaning a single plate after a meal took less than a minute, and picking up toys only took a few moments. What seemed like a huge task before was now something I could easily handle in real time. This simple habit completely changed how I viewed cleaning in my home. Realization 2. Tidiness reduces stress. Once I started cleaning up right after use, I noticed something incredible: my stress levels went down. Before, the clutter around me made me feel like I was always behind. I would walk into a messy room and immediately feel overwhelmed. But when I kept things tidy as I went, I didn't have that feeling anymore. My space felt lighter and more organized, and so did my mind. There's a lot of research that shows how cluttered spaces can contribute to higher stress levels, but it's something you can easily manage with just a few small actions. By making a habit of cleaning as I went, I felt more in control of my environment. A tidy home gave me a sense of calm and a feeling of accomplishment. Realization 3. It's a simple habit with a big impact. What struck me the most was how something so small could make such a big difference. Cleaning up after myself became a natural part of my routine. It wasn't about spending hours cleaning, but rather just taking a few seconds after each task to put things away. I realized that the key wasn't doing a huge cleaning session every week. It was about consistently maintaining order throughout the day. I've also noticed how this habit has affected the rest of my family. When I cleaned up after myself, it became easier to encourage my kids to do the same. It was a way to show them that taking responsibility for our space isn't a burden. It's a simple part of our day that helps everything run smoothly. By making cleaning a habit, I not only improved my environment, but also set an example for the rest of the family. If you've ever felt like you're constantly cleaning but never seeing the results, let me reassure you, you're not lazy, you're just overwhelmed. The key isn't to tackle everything at once, but to break things down into small, manageable steps. Cleaning up right after use is a small habit that can make a big difference in how you feel about your space. It doesn't take much time, and the impact on your mental clarity and stress levels is immediate. Start with one thing. Maybe it's doing the dishes right after a meal or picking up toys right after your kids are done playing. Just a few seconds after each activity will keep your space tidy and make a huge difference in how you feel. Try it for a week and see how much lighter and more in control you feel in your home. It's one of the simplest habits, but the change it brings will be profound. I used to think that keeping warm was just about comfort, something you do when it's cold outside, or when you're feeling a little chilly. But over time, I realized warmth affects not only our physical health, but also our mental and emotional well-being. I spent years enduring cold rooms, thinking it wasn't a big deal, until I realized how much warmth impacts my stress levels, energy, and sense of calm. One cold morning, I woke up feeling more exhausted than usual. My house was chilly and I hadn't bothered to layer up or keep myself warm. As the day went on, I felt more drained, irritable, and unfocused. It wasn't until I wrapped myself in a warm sweater and put on cozy socks that I realized how much better I felt. I had forgotten how physical warmth can soothe your nervous system. Realization 1. Warmth helps regulate stress. I soon discovered that warmth directly affected my stress levels. When we're cold, our body enters a stress response. It triggers the fight or flight mechanism, making us feel anxious and on edge. Keeping your body warm, however, helps calm your nervous system and promotes relaxation. When I started wearing warm socks, a scarf, and covering my neck, I noticed I felt less stressed even on busy days. It wasn't a magic fix, but the small action of staying warm helped me feel more grounded and calm even when things around me were chaotic. Realization 2. Small acts of warmth make a big difference. What surprised me the most was how small acts of warmth could have such a big impact. I began taking short moments to put on a cozy sweater, drink something warm, or curl up in a blanket for a few minutes. These moments helped me reset and recharge. Keeping warm didn't require much time or effort, but it made a big difference in my emotional well-being. I started wearing layers throughout the day, realizing that wearing a scarf or cozy socks wasn't just a luxury, but a way to help me feel more focused and less stressed. It became a small, everyday self-care practice that really worked. Realization 3. Taking care of your body affects your energy and mindset. Keeping warm also helped me maintain my energy. When I was warm, I felt more energized and capable. When I was cold, I felt sluggish and overwhelmed. Prioritizing warmth gave me the energy I needed to focus on tasks and be present with my family. It made sense for our bodies to perform at their best. We need to give them the environment they thrive in. Cold weather or a chilly room doesn't just make us uncomfortable, it drains our energy. By keeping warm, I felt more energized and ready to face the day. If you've ever felt drained or overwhelmed without understanding why, let me reassure you, you're not lazy or unmotivated, you're just cold. Many of us overlook how crucial warmth is for our well-being. A simple act of keeping your body warm can have a significant impact on your energy, stress levels, and emotional state. Next time you're feeling exhausted or stressed, try focusing on keeping your body warm. Whether it's layering up, using a blanket, or adjusting the temperature, make warmth a priority. It's a small change that can make a big difference in how you feel. Try it for a few days. See how much more at ease you feel. Warmth is a small but powerful tool that can help you stay calm, energized, and ready to take on the challenges of the day. I used to think that a good night's sleep was just about getting enough hours in bed. I'd stay up late knowing I had to wake up early, but never truly understood why I would wake up feeling tired. I'd toss and turn, and no matter how many hours I spent in bed, I never felt rested. The room felt too bright, too noisy, or just not quite right, but I never really thought much of it. I assumed that was just how it was. One evening, after another restless night, I came across a suggestion that completely changed my perspective: blackout curtains. It seemed like a simple idea, but I didn't realize how much it could transform my sleep until I tried it. I had always ignored the little things that affected my sleep environment, thinking they didn't matter. But once I installed blackout curtains, it made an immediate difference. Realization 1. Darkness promotes deeper sleep. After installing blackout curtains, the difference was immediate. The room became completely dark with no streetlights or early morning sunlight peeking through. I noticed I fell asleep faster and woke up less often in the middle of the night. It turns out that darkness is essential for the production of melatonin, the hormone that helps regulate our sleep cycle. By blocking out light, my body could naturally go into a deeper, more restful sleep, and I woke up feeling more refreshed. For the first time in months, I didn't feel groggy when I got up. I had more energy throughout the day and felt more productive. It was surprising how much of an impact a simple change in the room's lighting could make. I realized that the right sleep environment plays a huge role in how well you sleep and how well you feel the next day. Realization 2. A dark room helps with your circadian rhythm. What I learned about the importance of light for sleep was eye-opening. Light exposure at the wrong times can disrupt our circadian rhythm, which is our body's natural internal clock. This rhythm controls when we feel awake or tired, and light is one of the most powerful influences on it. By blocking out light with blackout curtains, I was essentially helping my body stay in sync with its natural sleep-wake cycle. This made a huge difference in how I felt the following morning. It wasn't just about the extra sleep, it was about how much more in tune I felt with my body's natural rhythms. I didn't need to rely on caffeine to get through the day, because my body was actually getting the rest it needed. Realization 3. A small change with a big impact on well-being. I couldn't believe how much something so simple could have such a big impact. Blackout curtains weren't just about blocking out light. They became a powerful tool in improving my sleep quality. And as anyone who has ever struggled with sleep can tell you, a good night's sleep has a profound effect on everything else: your mood, energy, and even your health. Since I started using blackout curtains, I've noticed a significant improvement in my overall well-being. Not only do I sleep better, but I also feel more focused, more energized, and more capable of handling the day-to-day stress of life. It was a small change, but it made a huge difference in how I felt and how I approached each day. If you've ever woken up feeling more tired than when you went to bed, let me reassure you, you're not lazy or doing something wrong. You might just be overlooking one of the simplest factors affecting your sleep light. If you haven't tried blackout curtains yet, I highly recommend giving them a shot. It's a small investment that can lead to significant improvements in your sleep quality and ultimately your well-being. Try it for a week and see how much better you sleep. A dark room is a simple yet effective way to improve your sleep quality, and you'll be amazed at how much more rested and energized you'll feel the next day. For a long time, I avoided using stainless steel pans because I thought they were too hard to manage. I'd watch cooking shows where the chefs used them effortlessly, but when I tried it myself, the food would always stick to the surface, and cleaning them afterward felt like a nightmare. I kept going back to non-stick pans thinking they were just easier to handle, but I didn't realize how much I was missing out on using stainless steel the right way. One day, after another frustrating attempt to cook eggs in a stainless steel pan, I decided I'd had enough. I didn't want to give up on them, but I couldn't figure out what I was doing wrong. That's when I did some research and learned the simple trick that completely changed my cooking experience with stainless steel. I was amazed at how such a small adjustment made such a big difference. Realization 1. The key is getting the pan hot enough. I had always been told to heat up my pans before adding the food, but I never realized just how crucial this step was for stainless steel. The key to preventing food from sticking is ensuring the pan is hot enough before putting anything into it. If the pan is too cool, the food will stick, and if it's the right temperature, the food will cook evenly and release easily. Here's how it works. I began heating my stainless steel pans over medium heat for about 5 minutes before adding any food. To test if it was hot enough, I'd sprinkle a few drops of water into the pan. If the water danced and evaporated, the pan was ready. This simple step completely transformed how my food cooked. The eggs no longer stuck to the pan, and cleaning up became a breeze. Realization 2. The right temperature makes all the difference. It wasn't just about getting the pan hot. It was about maintaining the right heat. I also learned that if I made the heat too high, I'd risk burning my food. So I had to find the sweet spot, medium heat. This level of heat allowed the food to cook through without burning or sticking, and I was able to move on to other things while the food cooked without worrying about it. When I made this small change, I noticed how much more control I had over my cooking. The food was crisp on the outside and perfectly cooked on the inside, just like I'd seen on cooking shows. I felt more confident in the kitchen knowing I wasn't going to ruin a meal just because I was using the wrong pan or wrong temperature. Realization 3. Using the right tools makes cooking easier. The other thing I realized was how using the right tools makes cooking so much easier. I had been avoiding stainless steel because I didn't understand how to use it properly. But once I figured it out, I found it to be so much more efficient and enjoyable to cook with. Stainless steel pans heat evenly, last longer, and give me more control over the food I'm preparing. After getting the hang of using them correctly, I no longer felt frustrated in the kitchen. It made me realize that cooking doesn't have to be a stressful, complicated task. Small adjustments like learning how to use the right pan can make a huge difference in how smooth the process goes. Instead of fearing the cleanup or worrying about the food sticking, I could now focus on the joy of cooking, knowing that everything was going according to plan. If you've ever struggled with cooking on stainless steel pans and thought it was just too difficult, let me reassure you, you're not doing it wrong, you just need to understand the basics. It's not about avoiding stainless steel because you're afraid of messing up, but about understanding the simple steps that can make the experience much more enjoyable. Give it a try next time you're in the kitchen. Heat your pan properly, test it with a few drops of water, and cook with confidence. You'll be amazed at how much easier and more enjoyable cooking can be once you know the right way to use your tools. It's a small change, but the results are huge, both in how your food turns out and how you feel while cooking. In the end, I no longer clean the way I used to. Small habits like cleaning up right after using something or creating a peaceful space for myself have made life feel much lighter. You can start with one simple change like putting your phone in another room while you work, or always cleaning up right after a meal. These habits can help reduce stress and create a much more comfortable living space. Most importantly, you deserve to live in a space that makes you feel enough and at peace. Try implementing these small changes and notice the difference. You'll see that sometimes the little things create the biggest shifts in how you experience life. Finally, you deserve to live in a space that makes you feel enough and at peace. Try these small changes and feel the difference. If you're looking for ways to reduce stress and create a more organized living space, don't miss tomorrow's video. We'll discover simple tips to keep your home tidy without spending too much time. See you then.